What's up, guys? How's it going? You're watching the Gamestork live news each and every weekday right here, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. I almost forgot my own time zone. Like, what? Where do I live again? I have no idea. Anyway, you can catch us here. Also, Stork Plays Legend of Zelda is right after at 9 p.m. You'll love it. It's really funny. We've been doing a great job with that, and yeah, you'll like it. So we got a lot of news coming up today. We're talking about the possible reveal date of the PlayStation 5. We're talking about Nintendo not having Nintendo Directs. What the heck? Like, how are we going to get our news? What's up? Where's the fix coming from? Ubisoft is suing Apple and Google? What? Also, Anthem. Does it have a chance? Assassin's Creed map sizes. Xbox Series S in production. All this great stuff. I don't even know, man. Here we go! Yes, if I was recording this video, I would cut away right there, and things would be great. And we would just pop this right out, and it would be like, what? And you would laugh, you would giggle, but that's fine. Anyway, real quick, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. If you enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe, hit that bell below, so that, you know, once I go live each and every day, let's put our headphones on because I want to hear each and every day. You will hear and see all that good stuff pop up on your phone for the Gamestork. That's what you need. That's what we all need is the news, the freshest way available. This is also live, so if you do comment, I will see that, and we will talk live. Yes, I might react to you right here. What other person on YouTube's offer you that? I don't know. Yes. Anyway, so moving forward, let's go. Is everyone ready? Everyone ready in the studio? Everyone. Okay, let's do this. We got some big news today, and I just can't wait to jump right in, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. It looks like Xbox is in production. Now, despite repeated assurances that the Xbox team is on it with its next generation console, that they're ready to go, that things are good, that things are in place, that we're not going to have any setbacks, this is what is up, okay? Yes. The Xbox Series X is said to be currently in production and remains on schedule for the holiday 2020 season. Now, Xbox Era is claiming to have leaked a portion of an interview between French outlet Xboxygen. That is the name, Xboxygen. What? Like who? Okay, I named my YouTube everything. Like I'm the Gamestork because I deliver. Okay, so I'm not gonna make fun of Xboxygen. I can't do it. Anyway, Xbox France director Ina Gilbert, in an interview, Gilbert is asked directly whether Xbox Series X production is ongoing or whether it's in the factories. Right? Gilbert candidly responds that it is, saying it's a lot of work to launch consoles like that. There's a lot of work to do, implying that production has to start early to ensure enough stock is made for the 2020's holiday season. Now, this is kind of like a big deal for a few reasons. Now, number one, it's a big deal because, yes, for people like me who are automatically sold, waiting on the day to where I can pre-order the Xbox Series X and also the PlayStation 5. Number one, I want to know that it's in production. I want to know that there is enough that I'm not going to have to fight someone for it, like Elmo Dolls on Black Friday a few years ago. And I want to make sure that I can get that in my hands as soon as possible. So, knowing that and thinking about that, seeing this rumor and this supposed leak, which isn't a leak, come on guys, we know it. They want to ensure us in an indirect way that this is happening, that we're going to get this console this holiday season, and we could not be any more excited about it. This is the year. Let's face it, Xbox is coming out swinging. This is Tyson Holyfield. This is the generation where Xbox is going to try to make a comeback. Are they going to do it? I don't know, okay? But what I do know is this is a console I'm going to purchase. I'm going to buy. I'm going to love it. And I can't wait to get it this holiday season. And now we know indirectly that it's coming. And I know that you should be as excited as I am about that. Speaking of things to be excited about, if you were worried like me about the map size of Assassin's Creed, where people say less is more, well, I got good news for you. Those people were full of crap. Let's just put it that way. So, according to Games Radar, Assassin's Creed Valhalla map size is a bit larger than Assassin's Creed Odyssey's, and this was confirmed by Ubisoft. So, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, having one of the greatest maps ever. You can literally see it right here. It's huge. It's giant. It's so big. There's so many things to explore. and it looks like this one is a bit larger. And their quotation here on this was, we do not only create, oh my gosh, we did not only create a whole country, but a good part of Norway too. So they have a lot of stuff to explore. So in this game, we're setting up a home base, we're building a city, we're doing all the great things we want to do that isn't necessarily like the old school Assassin's Creed, but that's fine. That's okay, because we're Vikings, and we're going to go and we're going to take stuff over, and we're going to rock out, because that's what Vikings do. And the story looks great. Although we haven't really seen gameplay yet, let's just be honest. We haven't seen it. It hasn't come. Everything that we've seen between them actually revealing the game in Xbox has been like pre-rendered stuff. It's not gameplay. Don't believe it. I honestly think that the Unreal Engine 5, what year are we in? Unreal Engine 5 demo, which was playable, was more of a game than anything that we saw in that presentation, that they were actually walking through it, which is why it was so impressive. So, considering this, I'm going to hold my breath. I know that it is at least going to be as good as Odyssey as far as graphics and gameplay. And if it is, that's fine, because that's one of my absolute favorite games, possibly my favorite Assassin's Creed game of all time. I put a lot of time into that game. I put a lot of effort into that game, a lot of love, sweat, and tears. That's right, tears. Why did I put tears in that game? Well, it'd be spoilers if I told you, but yes. Speaking of tears, there is a company who is very upset because their game was terrible, and they worked a long time on it. Anthem is what we're talking about right now. Anthem was a complete failure. It was a game that had so much hype behind it, it would be almost hard to be successful, even if you made the perfect game. Let's just be honest. When you put that much hype behind something, you're almost guaranteed to fail. Now, in this case, it looks like they're not giving up on their game, okay? For those of you who have purchased this, know that you are not, they haven't forgotten you, essentially, unless they're going to buy, sell a new version of it. It looks like Anthem is being worked on by a 30-person incubation team who seeks to fix this game from the ground up. Now, this doesn't make a lot of sense to me, considering they just need to make another Anthem game from the ground up, you know what I'm saying? And sell that one. Maybe they'll fix this kind of like a few other games have done not too long ago. But even being as cheap as it has been lately, I still have not bought into this game because of just how terrible everyone has spoken of it. It seems like something that's right up my alley. You guys have to let me know in the comments if this is. But this looks right there. Like, it's great. We got a comment from Sora Granda. It says, the tech demo isn't playable. The tech demo are a showcase of what the system and software is capable, but they ditched the playable aspect. Actually, they went on record saying that they were playing through that demo. Like, that is a playable demo. It's not a game, but it is something they were actually walking through real time and playing. So that's what was so impressive about that demo that separates the Unreal Engine 5 from the Unreal Engine 4. That's how they showed us that this was on the fly, was that this was actually a playable demo. So I appreciate the comment, Sora, but this is, they kind of confirmed that. Anyway, so moving forward here, I don't want to hate on Anthem any more than any of you guys do, so let's move right on forward. It looks like Ubisoft is filing a lawsuit here and suing Apple and Google, accusing the companies of selling a ripoff of his popular game, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Area F2 looks like it's exactly the same. This is something that's running. I've seen a lot of betas and stuff like that on the Android and also Apple, and it does look very similar. It says, let's see, this was created by the Alibaba Group Holdings, and it's near a carbon copy of Rainbow Six Siege, and that can't be seriously disputed. So, you know what? I can't say that it's not, okay, because it really does look exactly the same. Let's just be honest. However, a lot of first-person shooters look very similar, and so that's okay. That's fine with me, If it works, use the good systems. However, just don't copy. Just don't copy what everyone else is doing, and I think everyone will be just fine. So we have 2 bits of good news coming, and in the meantime, I noticed this last week that there were a lot of good games. There were so many good games revealed, and you might have missed some. So what I did is I put together 5 of the top games that were revealed this past week just for you for the Nintendo Switch. Games you want to get, games that stood out, games that are awesome, that will rock your socks off. And we're going to go over them right now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at 5 games that got announced this week for the Nintendo Switch. They're all coming this year. The first of which being this game that I think is really interesting called Scully. And Scully is it's this game where you're a rolling skeleton head. It's really weird. It's like Monkey Ball meets death at some point, but you can roll around, go into these pits, and embody these other creatures using their powers to solve puzzles. Let's read the pitch. Fate has bestowed Scully a second chance at life when an enigmatic deity reanimates a skull through the power of magical clay after it washes upon the shore of a secluded island. Scully must hop, skip, and roll through this diverse island habitat, teeming with obstacles and puzzles to intervene in a feud between the deity's 3 siblings, whose quarrel jeopardizes the place they call home. This comes out August the 4th, and this is awesome. This game looks really, really good, as you can see in front of you. Man, I can't wait to check it out. It looks like it's going to be really cool. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that one. We've talked about this next one a little bit so far, and I actually did a video on it that did really well. You guys probably seen that, which is called Nexomon Extinction. This is a Pokemon-like game that's already out on cell phones, but Nexomon Extinction is a return to classic monster catching games, complete with a brand new story, eccentric characters, and over 300 unique Nexomon to trap and tame. The world is on the brink of extinction as mighty tyrant Nexomon fight for dominion over humans and monsters. Join the Guild of Tamers and begin an epic journey to restore balance before all hope is lost. This is coming this summer of this year. Yes, that's right, 2020 summer. We're going to be playing another Pokemon-like game. It looks really good. It looks solid, fun, all that good stuff. Our next game, if you're into golfing, which I can't say that I am, but I know some of you guys might be, PGA Tour 2K 2021 is on its way, man. Play against the pros, play with your crew in PGA Tour 2K21. You can play by the rules or create your own, featuring a new PGA Tour career mode, license courses, and more. This is coming August the 21st. So that's our 3rd game. Number 4 is really interesting to me. This game looks really good. No Straight Roads is what it's called. Now, take back Vinyl City with rock. Yes! Embark on a music-based action adventure as indie rock band members Mayday and Zook and lead a musical revolution against EDM empire No Straight Roads. After being unfairly rejected in their audition to join No Straight Roads, Mayday and Zook uncover the evil intentions behind the NSR empire, and it's now down to them to save their city from corruption. Enjoy fast and frenetic combat with a musical twist as these 2 aspiring rock artists fight back with the power of music. And this comes June the 30th. This is a music-based combat game. Like, it looks really good. There's areas where you can see in the trailer where they're running around, and a lot of cool stuff is happening. So I'm excited to play this. I really want to try it out, and I'm sure you probably are. If you weren't before, you probably are now. Last but not least, the big game coming July the 17th that was revealed this week is Paper Mario: The Origami King. The kingdom has been ravaged by an origami menace, and join Mario and his new partner Olivia as they battle evil folded soldiers, repair the damaged landscape, and try to free Princess Peach's castle from the clutches of King Ollie in this comedy-filled adventure only on the Nintendo Switch system. So these are 5 of those games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch that have been revealed that really just stood out, and they are going to rock the eShop. All of these I suspect are going to do very well, and I know there's a little something for all of us in these 5 games. So if you are really excited about each of those, be sure to stick here at the Gamestork. We're going to be covering these constantly, going over this stuff. You know how heavy we are on the Switch. Let's switch it up. Good games coming. Those are our top 5. I'm so excited to see what those have to bring. Like, yes, I see Doc Forever, man. Yes, that one looks cool. I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's a game based off music, and it's going to be legit. Like, it looks so good. I saw that, and I was like, oh, my God. Like, this is the game. I'm totally going to buy it. There are certain games that sell you immediately, and that is one of them. I'm so excited about that. It's so cool. So, moving forward into the good news, speaking of things that might not be so cool, it looks like Nintendo, a few weeks back we had, we heard Nintendo was scrapping plans for their usual E3 Direct due to the pandemic. Working from home has shifted the way Nintendo works too much, and they couldn't piece together things to make sense. Now that we have a follow-up to that tidbit, It's not exactly that exciting, which we're talking about today. According to VentureBeat's Jeff Grubb, Nintendo is holding off on plans for Nintendo Directs in general. What? In fact, Nintendo is apparently telling their development partners not to hold back on announcing their games. It doesn't matter how big it is. They're saying, even if it's a big game, announce it yourself. Now, this doesn't mean Nintendo won't have a Direct ever again. We know that it's going to happen. It's just clear to Nintendo that they're not so sure that they can get back to producing the types of Directs fans expect, and they don't want to leave the developers hanging, which honestly, I do kind of respect them for that. We've certainly seen the results of this approach. The Nintendo surprise reveal of Paper Mario, the Origami King out of nowhere, and we can expect to see Nintendo do more of this in the weeks to come. Now, my expectation, which I think is really cool, if they do away with the entirety of this structure for now, considering COVID-19, is if they announce like one big game a month and make it like 4 weeks out, because Paper Mario is just right around the corner. Like, it's here. It's here practically, right? Which is good for us, because when you're stuck in your house and you're on lockdown or whatever it is you want to call it, guess what? One day feels like 67 days. Like, sometimes you just feel like you're going crazy, right? So cutting the time down on the announcements of these games is a big deal. I think that Nintendo will have some really big hitters coming this year, which would include the remakes of the Mario games. Trust me, I know it's rumors, but I believe it. I believe, yes, I believe it, because you know what? It makes perfect sense. It's the 35th anniversary of Mario. These things could run on the Mario Odyssey engine. They could pump this stuff out, and it just makes so much sense for them to do, okay? So I honestly believe that they're going to reveal like once a month at least these Mario games that are coming. And I also still expect, yes, that's right, I'm holding to my guns, considering the release of the new consoles this holiday, I expect Nintendo to compete by telling us, yes, Breath of the Wild 2 is still coming. Why do I think this? Because it only took them like a year to make Majora's Mask. They're creating this game inside of another game that's already been made. The assets are there. The engine is there. Everything is there. And they've had 3 years to do this. So you cannot sit here and tell me that a COVID-19 outbreak this late after 3 years is going to shut them down releasing this game. It's just not going to happen, guys, okay? So I believe Breath of the Wild 2 is still coming. I believe they announced it really late to show us something, because that's what Nintendo does. They don't want to communicate anything early. Why? Because when they communicate stuff early, like the Metroid Prime 4 stuff, this is what happens. So after that, they definitely would not have come out and said, you know what, we're working on Legend of Zelda before it's actually happening. So trust me, it's coming, okay? From the Gamestork to you, it's coming. So in either case, we shouldn't be too upset by the idea that, you know, Nintendo is just going to kind of toss out announcements on Twitter. They're still going to come. Just because the Nintendo Directs aren't going to happen does not mean that they will not announce some cool stuff, because they are going to announce some really cool stuff. They are going to announce things that we want to see. They're going to give us the Galaxy. They're going to give us the Mario 64 remake. They're going to give us all this stuff, and it's super exciting. And I'm really hoping, I'm betting the bank on Breath of the Wild 2. Okay? Yeah? Y'all with me? I hope so. Sign off in the comments if you're with me. That's right. I know that you will be. Speaking of things you should be with me on, the Sony event maybe has been leaked. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so excited about the next generation of consoles. As a matter of fact, every single generation, I get so stoked. Oh my gosh. When the Switch was announced, I went and waited all night just to pre-order the thing, and there was nobody there. It was like, what? Now, like an hour early before the GameStop opened up, people started showing up. But you never know, right? You read all these horror stories, and I was like, there's no way I'm falling asleep, and there's no way I'm going to oversleep and not get this thing. So I just went out there, watched my phone, chilled, hung out with a few friends that were with me, and we got this thing. Yeah, we pre-ordered the Switch, and to this day, I have no regrets. No regrets. Yes, and that's not regrets with a day. Anyway, according to a prominent PlayStation insider, Sony will reveal the PlayStation 5 console and its biggest games soon. More specifically, according to comicbook.com, The report claims that if you're looking forward to the reveal of the PlayStation 5 console and its biggest third-party games and first-party exclusives, then you're going to want to make June 4th on your calendar available, because June 4th is the day that this is supposed to happen. Because, yeah, why would you not? Even if it doesn't, free up that day just in case. Because if you're like me, once they make the announcement and pre-orders go live, go get it, right? This is not like Xbox. They've already announced there will be less PlayStation 5s initially than ever. I don't know what's happened with them or what they're facing in production or what their outlook is, but they are producing less consoles, which means we have to get them, okay? So once this comes June the 4th, they're going to give us the release. They're going to give us this, launch games, all that price, blah, blah, blah. Then we can go pre-order, at least we hope. It's a rumor right now, but it's kind of believable. The report comes away of VentureBeat's Jeff Grubb, who claims that not only is Sony going to finally reveal the console and what it looks like on June the 4th, but this will be accompanied by games, lots of games. Unfortunately, this is where the details dry up. In other words, while the report mentions that a copious helping of PlayStation 5 games will be revealed, there's no word on what games will be included. Now, this is where things get kind of interesting, because comicbook.com also had a follow-up article, which we're going to kind of look at some of what they have announced here. But it looks like there have been leaks. Like, they have compiled the leaks of games. So some of these might be true. Some of these might not be true, or most likely not true, okay? But we're going to kind of just break these down and look at them. So first, let's take a look at the first-party games that we might see here. Ready? Are you excited? Boom. There it is. All right. So to start out, a new Ratchet & Clank seems right up the alley of PlayStation. They're trying to appeal to all audiences, and the last game was good. Like, it was a return to form. It was really good, and it's something that I could honestly see them doing. Something I could not see them bringing initially to the PlayStation 5 is a SOCOM reboot. I'm sorry, I don't see it. I just don't see it at this point. There is an overabundance of first-person shooters, and there's an overabundance of this genre of game. I think it would be really cool, but I don't think this is going to be one that they lead out on. Let's just be honest. Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is a given. We know this is in development. It was a big hitter, and Aloy is one of the best female main characters of all time. They're not going to give up on this title, and it's next generation. There you go. It's coming, right? Marvel Spider-Man 2 will most definitely be shown 100%. You know why? Because he's Spider-Man. He's everyone's favorite hero, and he's been my favorite superhero since I was a child. I've read all the comics. I've watched all the shows. Yes. Love him, and I don't care if anyone else loves him, because he's amazing, and they all should. This game was really good that Sony put out, and Spider-Man 2 will be fantastic. To finally get to experience flying through the city, web-slinging like I've always wanted to was great. I did not fast travel one time in that game because I enjoyed it so much, and the story was really, really good. We will most definitely see this one with that reveal. Like, I know that we will. God of War 2 was another one that won Game of the Year. It was amazing. It was super, super cool. This game was killer. Boy, right? Yeah? And boy, are they going to show this game when it comes to revealing their console. This is a huge system-selling big hitter. Now, will it come with launch? No, I don't think so. Spider-Man, maybe if they built it in the same system and that same framework, but who knows? We will see. However, we do know God of War 2 is coming, and this is one that, yeah, it's definitely going to be a PS5 game. Demon's Souls Remake, don't know. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to act like I know that because I do not. I have no idea. It would be cool, but we'll see. Silent Hill reboot, we've been seeing a lot of rumors here lately about this. Will it have Kojima? What is it? I don't know. What's the licensing stuff like? Who knows? Who knows? It would be a cool game to bring back. It's an amazing franchise. We will see. Gran Turismo is a given. You can't launch a console without a racing game, right? Xbox came out with their own Forza series, and Gran Turismo is kind of going to be that for the PlayStation. It's going to come out with a racing game. Doesn't matter what it is. So Gran Turismo, yes, I believe it. Now, here's the interesting one I like is Ape Escape Remake. If they really honestly want to aim this at younger people, This is a fun game. I don't know if you guys remember how fun this game is. Like Ape Escape, I literally have it on my PS4. You can get it, the PS2 version or whatever. It's so much fun. Like, it's fun. So this running around, doing what they're doing, solving the puzzles, catching the monkeys. Come on. You can't lose, okay? It is interesting considering, like, this isn't necessarily a system seller. It's not well known. So I don't know if it's going to be true, if it's going to be false, or what to expect. But what I do know is that if it does come, it's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to do it for looking at the first-party games that have been leaked, okay? Don't believe them all. Could take them with a grain of salt until June the 4th or whenever Sony... those first 2 weeks of June, we know we're going to see the PlayStation 5. It might not be June the 4th, but it's going to be in the beginning of June. We know that. So looking at third-party games, this is also from comicbook.com. The Batman game, yes, we know there's another Batman game supposedly coming, and it's going to be great. Resident Evil 8, sure, I'll take it all day. Saints Row 5 is, let's do it, right? Those games are coming back in force on the Nintendo Switch. It seems like they're selling really well, and, you know, a really good high-res PS5 version of a new game. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They've been making a comeback. Dragon Age 4, we know it's coming. I'm a big Dragon Age fan. If there's one thing you should know about me, I'm on a live stream, so I can't cuss. But I'll say I effing love Dragon Age. Dragon Age is one of the greatest things that has ever been created by anybody. Okay? I love it so much. So thinking about Dragon Age 4 coming and being announced on that day and gameplay being shown, yes. Okay? If you see Dragon Age pop up, just imagine me outside of my house running freaking laps to work off the excitement, because that is how excited I'll be. Hitman 3, Hitman is amazing. This is one of those games that it's kind of been making a comeback considering they released the episodic series of that Hitman. I think it's good. Far Cry, there's like 5 Far Cries a year. They're good. You can catch bears on fire and send them in the helicopters and blow them up or whatever. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. So yeah, there's a new Rocksteady game. We'll have to wait and see what that is. Is it a space game? Is it a space game? Space! Anyway, Elden Ring. Yes. It's a super, like, guaranteed thing that this is coming. We know it. Written by the very creator of Game of Thrones, instead of his newest book, which we all want to read. Thank you. It's going to be good. We'll see. We'll see exactly how it goes. I can't wait to see this. We know it's coming. It's going to be on PlayStation 5. It's probably going to be also on the Xbox, so yeah. Starfield is a space game that's coming. Do we know anything else? We've seen a picture. I don't know. New Prince of Persia. I don't believe that. The stuff that just leaked out about Prince of Persia was like from 2015 or something like that. Who cares? It's all fake, and it'd be fun if there was a new Prince of Persia game, but I'm not getting my hopes up on that one. Not to mention that I wasn't like the biggest fan of this series. So, you know, I'm not going to act like I was. I played all of them. I enjoyed them, but I'm not going to run around my house like I would for Dragon Age. Okay? No. It's just not going to happen. This list is off of comicbook.com. So look at comicbook.com. They've compiled a list of everything that has been leaked, right? I can share, actually, after this video goes up, I'll pop a link in the description below where I got this information. Again, it's not official. These are just all the linked games. So, yeah, there you go. Here, actually, let me see if I can pop that over here. We're live. I keep forgetting. There you go, bro. We're live, bro. There you go. Anyway, yeah. So we're looking at this and thinking maybe, perhaps, all these things are going to come. That's going to be great. Isn't that great? Look at that. That is the beauty of live gaming. It looks like it didn't go to YouTube. Give me just a second. We're going to put that on YouTube as we talk. So let's talk. These games are going to rock. Like, oh my gosh. If we even get 50% of these games, then yes, I will be 100% all about it all day, every single day. So we got this video up. I'm going to post in the comments right here the link, bada boom. And you guys should get it right there. We'll also pop this in the description, which is super fun, right? The beauty of live news and me looking at your input as we go. Yes, there we go. All right, so it's officially there. Anyway, let's look at the feature comment this week. We do have some really good ones, okay? But I did just pick one considering we focus on so many different things. And this comment comes today from Sir Owns a Lot Gaming. At this point, it's just the next generation console for Nintendo. They need to be real careful not to confuse its customer base with the marketing. This is not mid-gen step up. It is their next-gen console. It's been 3 years since the Switch, and if it doesn't drop in 2020, it might as well continue development until 2022 and make it a 5-year life cycle for the Nintendo Switch. So, although I appreciate your input, I believe that this is coming in, and mid-gen console cycles have been a thing for quite a while. Nintendo started this out with the 3DS family and the handheld consoles in order to keep up, which is why we see the high sales for the DS and the 3DS systems. And I don't think it's going to change now, just to be honest. They came out just recently and said that they expected a Nintendo Switch to push another 5 to 7-ish years. And yeah, I do too. You know why? Because they're going to have step-ups in power and step-up in ability. That does not mention the idea that there could be a new dock. This dock could give us more power. It could do anything like that for us, whatever, you know. So we can see a lot of stuff coming from that. And that was in reference to the video that I did on the next generation console, what that could be for Nintendo. Also, I will say that you have a great point. They do not need to confuse their customer base. When the Nintendo Wii U was announced, the Wii U was announced, right? So when the Wii U was announced, they were like, "Here you go. It's your Wii." Wait, no, it's not. It's a thing. It's a controller. Even my brother, who's a gamer, called me and he's like, "Dude, I want that new controller for the Wii." And I was like, "No, it's a system. it's totally not a controller." They were so confused. They did not know what to do. The customer base didn't know what to buy. They thought that this was something for the Wii. And you are right. They don't need to confuse that. However, they can work in the functionality firmware-wise in order to do this and also upgrade docks without confusing the customer base, because the messaging is still pick it up, take it with you, be Karen, get on a roof, and play your games, boy, because you can do it. You want to go to a bar and drink and beat somebody's A on Street Fighter? You can do it, son, because that's what it's all about. That's Nintendo. That's why they're going to win. That, like, this generation, everybody laughs and we're like, they're going to win. They're totally going to win. Even though generations are a thing of the past, they're like 55 million in sales. It's crazy. And guess what? They are only going up. People are like killing for this console. And once it gets to be a little bit more powerful, yes. Nintendo themselves did say that they're expecting to support the Switch for up to 7 years. Thank you, Doc Forever. That's right. They want to support this thing. They're going to go mid-gen upgrades. And Doc Forever's got my back. That's right. So let's move forward. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. That's going to do it for all the news that we have today. I certainly appreciate all the live comments. If you are watching this after the fact, be sure to comment below. I will feature one of your comments this next day. I almost said week. I keep wanting to say week. This is a daily thing now. We have live news right here. Gamestork Daily News. You can literally see it, right? It's right there. It's invisible for me, okay? But you can see it. You know it's coming. And it's going to be so much fun. So I have everything for you live. It's fresh. You know, if you're buying a salad, you don't want the old lettuce. You don't want the old stuff that's a day old. You want the fresh stuff. And it's the same thing with the news. Gamestork delivers a just nice fresh salad every single time, guys. So here we go. That's just the worst. That's something that would be cut out if we weren't live, but that's the beauty of it. Like and subscribe below if you enjoy this. Also, I don't think I reminded you, we're having a giveaway. Like each and every video, be sure you're sub to the channel. Every time you share this on Twitter or anything else, any video, I'm going to enter you. 1 entry per share, 1 entry per sub, 1 entry per comment, all that good stuff to get you to win a $35 eShop gift card, because I want to put you on your way to buying some great game that goes on sale. So there you go. Anyway, guys, you're awesome. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. This has been a delivery from the Gamestork.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a